So part of my journey, of my lack of periods hugely involved exercise as a way of controlling my intake, but also restricting my intake. I often, I often linked exercise as a reward to eating more food. And because I was striving for a calorie deficit and an energy deficit, exercise was a tool that I used to help me achieve that while eating a bit more, because my body was just so hungry and I was constantly thinking about food. But I knew I couldn't get past that calorie goal that I set for myself, which was way lower than I really should have been eating. And so I'd exercise this amount of burn this amount of calories so that I can eat that amount of calories without feeling guilty. And for the longest time, I would say about 7 years, I've been using exercise not as a way to bring joyful movement to my body, but as, I guess, a punishment or a way of restricting my intake. And so that definitely had a lot of physical effects on my body on top of the calorie deficit. And honestly, it kind of got to a point where it was really toxic, just as toxic as my relationship was with my body. I couldn't go a day without running at least 10 kilometers. In high school, I would join every single sports clubs that was available so that, I felt justified in my eating. If I didn't exercise, I would not have lunch. It definitely was a huge role in my lack of period journey. And again, like my nutrition and my relationship with my body, it's still in the process of healing. And I definitely still struggle with not doing any exercise for a day, because for 9 years I've been so used to moving every day and having that mindset of needing to move to gain food. But I am putting sort of boundaries for myself. I'm learning to set boundaries for myself so that my body doesn't go through the same thing again. But that's where I'm at with my journey with exercise and periods.